In this unit, we're going to put everything together and I'm going to do a sample project for you, and your homework is to recreate our project. So this is the sheet that you'll be opening, and we are going to do a project, and you are to sort of follow along and then send me your results. And then for the project part of the course, you are going to do your own project. So it starts with the rubric. And just so that you know, I tried to write this. This rubric tells you what has to be done, but if you need to do things on different tabs or be flexible with where you write things, that's fine. It's hard to write something that's going to fit everybody, but it tells you what you need to do. So you need to be mindful that you have accomplished the tasks. So first of all, on the README tab, explain where you found your data and describe the data, possibly give a dictionary. State the question of interest you're going to focus on. So what we're going to do is I have 3 different data sources because I just want to give you lots of practice, and I have linked each of the URLs as comments. Our question of interest is going to be, what are some factors that determine seatbelt usage in a given state? And we're going to fill in the data dictionary as we go along, looking at the sites. So it's not like a linear process. You're going to see that always, that you do like 1, then step 2, then step 3. We're going to be mixing and matching and just making sure that we get all of these requirements done by the end. Okay, so we're going to look at our first data source, the World Population Review. So we're headed for seatbelt information. Okay, so at this site, I will open up a URL. Okay, and we have our seatbelt data that we are familiar with. I'm going to go to the bottom. So it tells me for each state, primary law enforcement, secondary enforcement, we've been using that. Who does the law apply to, and what is the base fine? And here it is as a table, and we are going to save a CSV. Okay, now for this one, I have to give my email, and it's going to send me an email of this data. And I have it on a different tab on purpose. Let me see, let me bring it over here. Okay, so we have, this is a .json file. We want this .csv. So I'm going to save this as that's the seatbelt by law. I'll save it to the desktop. That's good. Okay, so now I have that. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to import that data now. So I will import the data. We're going to come back to this raw tab. So we're going to go to data. We're going to get it from a CSV, and here is the file. Oops, I'm in the wrong. There we go. Here is the file that I just put on the desktop. And so now it's going to ask me if this looks okay, which it does. Let's load this data. And here we go. All right, so here is the data from the one file. So I'm going to just say that this is the raw data source 1. Let me go back to the README. That's the World Population Review. Raw data, World Population Review. I think I will first get my raw data from each of the sites. You only have to do one, but I just want to give you different options. All right, let's go back to the README. Now for this, we have the Traffic Association, the National Highway Traffic Association. And so let's go there. And this, I wanted to throw in, we haven't done this specifically, but this is not a CSV. This is a PDF. But I want us to practice with something. PDFs are tricky, but you can actually get some nice things. So let's go into Excel again. And we are going to go to our data, and we're going to get our data this time from a PDF. And the PDF right here. Actually, I'm going to do this one. Let me cancel that and let me try this again. So we're going to get our data from the PDF, and let me see. I'm going to pause this and figure it out, and I'll come right back. And so this is excellent. That PDF is really a pain, but now I remember what usually works. By the way, I'm doing this without practice because I want you to see the clunkiness. Sometimes that's helpful. Let's look at the data. Instead of going from the PDF, go from the web. And I'm putting the URL there. And oftentimes you can get it. Now that page, it had a lot of like text and stuff like that. We want the table, but look at what it does. If you start clicking through, you will there get the table, which is exactly what we want. So let's go ahead and let's load that. Now, this is our raw data, National Highway Traffic Association. I'm missing a letter. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Okay, and now let's get the one more bit of raw data. So the other bit of raw data, I'm going to go to my README, which, by the way, should be, I want it right there. My README, I'm going to go to the U.S. Census Bureau. And this is going to be big. That's okay. I'm going to go there. And we have lots of census data. And we're going to look at the data sets. By the way, I went down here and I found the data dictionary, which I'll go through with you a little bit later. But we're going to go to the data sets. Let's go to the 2022 state totals. Oops, I couldn't see what happened there. And then we want to go to all data, that's CSV. So that, I already have it on my desktop. The NST data, the census data, now I have on my desktop. And that's a CSV. So I'm going to go into Excel and I'm going to come from a CSV. And we'll get the census data here. And it is comma delimited. It's loaded right here. So this is raw data, Census Bureau. Okay. So now I have my 3 raw data sites and I have practice getting information into Excel. By the way, notice all of those columns. We're going to make it look better and get down to what we want pretty soon, but now we at least have the data in Excel. Save it and then go to the next